Well, hello. I'm Scotty, and you're at Scotty's Toy Box. Pull up a hunk of internet there and have a seat down in your most comfortable position, and we'll see if we can't get through this together. Because I'm a little bit not sure of this camera program, and that guy on the screen that I'm looking at, well, he's kind of a shifty looking fella, don't you think? Alrighty. I enjoy having a little bit of fun. Now, this whole video is going to be short because it's about one subject that is very important to me. And Corey asked me about it, and I will put Corey's website down below. Anybody who wants to go over and see what he's done, that's pretty good. Now, several other people have asked me over the years, and I've really never responded why. The subject is hugs. Why do I end my comments with hugs? Why do I say hugs to people at the end of videos? What is it with me and hugs? Well, it's not just a random thing. It's a very hard thing that I came to really, really appreciate and think are wonderful. And let me explain. In my family, I grew up very much in a dysfunctional environment. No affection was shown. It was considered weakness to show affection. To be aggressive and thuggish and in any way insensitive was considered strength and proper. That goes not only for the males but for the females. It was a very bad environment. I remember one meal, and I remember many of them under the table, but one meal I remember the male head of the family, my adopted father, reached over and grabbed the female head of the family, my adopted mother, by her breasts and proceeded to fondle her. She responded calmly by picking up her fork and jamming it into his arm, where it stayed. And while blood trickled down his arm, he laughed. Oh, he pealed in laughter. He thought that was the greatest thing. Not really sure, but it was just the alpha part of having to prove something in them. I never understood it. But there was no displays of affection. There was no hugging or kissing or anything like that. Nobody was told they were good. Nobody was in any way comforted. It was a very I don't know how to describe it to you. I don't have the words. But I left that environment and went out on my own, and gradually I come to learn some things about life and about people and about myself and about what feels good and what doesn't. And I fast forward to when I first started my blog. Oh, way back, I think around 2007, if I remember right. And there was this blog from the Netherlands, supposedly by a young teen called Amar, rather wealthy, privileged child, gay, and about his adventures and his schooling and his life. Short blips every day, and about him and his boyfriend. And you know what? There was a huge controversy over whether it was real or not real, whether it was a real teenage boy writing it, whether the boy was really what he said he was, or whether it was written by a 50-some-year-old man or a 30-some-year-old woman. There were lots of controversies. And at the time, I kept writing the same thing. I don't care. I really don't. The messages were uplifting. They were really good things for young gay kids. They were drawing gay children like you wouldn't believe, and there was nothing overtly wrong with them. At no time did any of the conversations I could follow in real time on different channels, at no point did anybody try to get to meet or molest or do anything. It just really was great stories that young people that were homosexual, that were gay, needed to hear. That somebody could be smart, that somebody's parents could accept them, that the world could be okay and you could be gay. And you could have friends, and you could be sensitive, and you could cry, and all that. So whether they were written by an adult or by a teenage boy, I really don't care. I just love the messages. I thought they were great. They were fables for our age, all right? But one thing I noticed was every single thing he signed off with was hugs. And there would be people, most of thousands of commenters would comment, and everything would be hugs. And even those that detracted from his blog and that he would reply sad hugs or whatever. And I got thinking about that. Now remember, this is 2007. And I haven't been blogging, and just starting to, and reading, and thinking. And I got thinking about those hugs. And I realized hugs were important to me. I never got them. I never realized how valuable they were, except that Ron and I hugged a lot. And now I was beginning to realize why. It was the physical touch, the confirmation, not just of the love, but the acceptance. You are good. I affirm you. I hug you. It's a giving up of your own personal space and going to somebody else's space and saying, we are together in this, right or wrong, agree or disagree, we can find common ground. We are humans. We don't need to be dysfunctional. We don't need to be aggressive. We don't need that. We can just hug. And there are a lot of different kinds of hugs. People ask me, why do you say hugs at the end of a comment with somebody you're arguing with? Well, maybe they are the ones that need the hugs the most. Maybe I need to hug them the most. Because what that says is, I'm willing to drop my personal shields, my space, and join you in yours. I don't agree with you, but I affirm that you're a human, a fellow person. We're together in these hugs. We will hug each other and then part. And there's different kinds of hugs. For the people that I feel sorry for, there's warm hugs, there's quick hugs, there's lingering hugs, there's I'm hugging you simply because I acknowledge you exist in that, but hey, you know what, I don't agree with you. There are so many ways. You can put so many descriptors in front of your hugs, But the important thing is what the hugs mean. Hugs are something I didn't get in my upbringing that could have changed a lot of lives. Okay, and the people obviously that I grew up with didn't get hugs in their lives. And maybe if somebody had just touched them. Have you ever had somebody just touch you? Not in an invasive way, but just skin to your shirt or skin to your cheeks. Something that just acknowledges contact. One of the most wonderful things that Ron and I do is touch each other. We do it all the time. And it's grand. I mean, at night, one of us will reach over and just touch the other, the arms, whatever. And that's wonderful. One of our great enjoyments is to take and just rub the other. Not massage, not like, gotta do something, but just gently touch and rub, just for a few seconds or a minute or whatever, just to acknowledge the human contact. And hugs are like that. When I write hugs at the end of my message, I am verbally, actually virtually giving the other person a hug. I'm saying, I so much in one word, I don't know how to really describe it. If you have not been hugged and need a hug, then maybe you would understand. And if you've been hugged and remember that feeling, then that is what I'm really trying to accomplish. When I write hugs at the end of a comment, I'm giving you a hug. I'm there in person, in my mind, in my writing, thinking of just whatever you need emotionally, I'm there for. If you just want a quick, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you again. I haven't seen each other in 24 hours. Well, thank you. Hug. Okay. If you're sad at the moment and need somebody to hold you and just let you get that out of your system, I'm there. That's what the hug means. If you're somebody who's uptight and upset, the hug means, hey, just relax. Just relax. It's all gonna be okay. Just for this minute, the two of us, it's all gonna be fine. You know? It's not a lasting thing. It's not a sexual thing. It's an emotional thing. And it's very emotional to me and very important to me. I once was on the verge of giving up signing at that because I was being trolled. And some people wrote me and said, don't. It's what makes you part of you, is that you care about that. You especially give hugs that you to people you are really arguing and angry at. And I thought about that. Why do I give hugs to people I am angry with? And that goes back to my upbringing. The anger was always there. And I wonder if these people had just hugged each other. Maybe some of that anger wouldn't have seen us under the table, wouldn't have seen us hiding behind furniture or crying in stairwells. So hugs are important to me. And that is the story of the hugs. Be well, be happy, and as always, from me to you, from Scotty's Toy Box, from Scotty, many warm hugs. Good night.